Hello, my name is Adrian Weathersby, and I'll be doing the STARS company background. Now, for our purpose, we are a firm specialized in advising and directing recreational athletic departments. We specialize in helping intramural sports, student clubs, student organizations, support groups, anything you can think of that involves at any college, at UWG, Georgia Tech, GSU, wherever you can think of. Our company was founded in 2015 by a group of UWG graduates choosing the name STARS. We are all students formerly from UWG involved in sports, athletic teams, clubs, just about everything in the spectrum. Now here at STARS, we pride ourselves on our integrity in aiding budding athletic organizations. Now we've supported the Judo Club of West Georgia, we've supported the intramural sports of West Georgia, we've supported teams at GSU, we supported teams all over the state of Georgia. And we pride ourselves on how much we can help them and how much we can boost them up. At Stars Communications, we find communication to be extremely important, whether that is between our employees, vendors, or clients. We use open forums to discussion, and we want everyone to be involved with our company to express their opinions, their grievances, and their feelings about anything that's going on. Now, externally, we make sure to keep close ties to our clients. We know issues pop up every now and then for different reasons, and we want to always be available to help them whenever the need arises. Now, our goal here at STARS is to elevate collegiate and recreational sports, not just in Georgia, but all over the U.S., potentially all over the world. Hence the name STARS. Now that you've been informed about our company's background, I will turn you over to Said Sewell, who will take you through the company's statement of need. Thank you for your time.
Hi, today I will be discussing the needs for the recreational department at the University of West Georgia. Our team at Star Communications understands that the Campus Center is one of the premier facilities that the university has to offer, and we know that the staff of the recreational department works diligently to maintain the organization of the Campus Center. Despite these efforts, however, we believe that the recreational department can improve upon their strategic communications by incorporating our recommendations, which will not only help them meet their goals, but also help them achieve great success. At Star Communications, one thing that we emphasize strongly is image. As they say, image is everything. And over the last few years, we've noticed that the image of the Campus Center has diminished significantly. Results from a survey of 100 West Georgia students shows that only 16% of students regularly attend the Campus Center, while 24% of students are unaware of any activities or events that are held there. 25% of students believe that the staff of the department are unprofessional, while 35% of students don't even know where the campus center is located. These numbers are alarming to say the least, and it reflects how the campus center is perceived in the eyes of its own students. It also explains why there's a lack of student involvement and participation in these activities and events. These numbers can also be attributed to the lack of external communications by the recreational department, specifically with its students. Fortunately, we have recommendations in place that can help build the image of the recreational department, as well as improve its external communications and also encourage more student involvement. But for now, I'm going to transfer you to Sarah, who is our senior consultant, and she will briefly talk to you about the internal and external communications of our company as well as the recreational department.
My name is Sarah Champy, and I'm going to be letting you know about how the University of West Georgia's Recreational Center internally communicates. I'm also going to be giving you some strategies on maybe how we can improve and letting you know how the Recreational Center communicates orally and electronically. The University of West Georgia's Recreational Center utilizes communications electronically and orally. I'm going to get into a few of those with you. Orally, the department believes that having employees meet every month is very important. They want to make sure that having monthly meetings between each other, making sure that they are on the same page, sharing ideas, concerns, thinking of ways that they can improve the department is very important to do so before they go out and help the students. They like to do this every month because they think that is very important. Telephone calls are also a really direct way to get in touch with the department. Students can pick up the phone, ask a quick question. Instead of walking down to the center, to the front desk and asking a quick question, picking up the phone is just an easy way to be in contact with the department at any time. Electronically, they like to communicate through email. Students send out emails constantly to their professors, to other students, asking simple questions. So it's just another way, kind of like a phone call, to send something out. Also, the Recreational Center can send out emails to the students. They can send out a mass email stating the event that they're having, maybe a new class that the Recreational Center is doing, maybe new times, things like that. Any changes to the department, they can send out an email and make sure that everybody on campus is able to receive it. Also, social media is extremely important. It's fast, it's cheap, it's easy, and it's a great way to get in touch with the students. It needs to be improved in several ways, and I'll get into that in just a moment, but social media is very, very an important way to communicate. All right, so now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the University of West Georgia's Recreational Center social media pages. Now, as you can see on this chart, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram have several different amounts of followers. As you can see, there's a huge difference. On Facebook, they nearly have only 122 followers compared to Twitter, which has nearly 1,000, and Instagram, who has nearly 6,000. Now, the difference between these pages is that the Facebook page is specifically for the Recreational Center, which is what we should be doing, but the Twitter and Instagram pages, these two are linked on the University of West Georgia's recreational website, but it's not an actual Twitter and Instagram page for the recreational site itself. It's for the University of West Georgia's page, their homepage, for their Twitter and Instagram. So something that we would want to change is make sure that the recreational page has their own Twitter and their Instagram instead of just linking West Georgia. So we want to have it more specific. We want to make sure that all the students around campus know about events. Social media is really important. It's fast, it's cheap, it's easy. It's a really important way to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. It's going to be a really beneficial marketing tool to use for the Recreational Center. So now that I've told you all about the internal communications, I'm going to pass it over to Victoria, who's going to tell you more about the external communications. All right, thank you for that question. Now, if you didn't hear, the question was how much time and/or effort will be needed to put these recommendations into place. Now, what we would like to do at Star Communications is we really do believe in the University of West Georgia's recreational department. Now, all we want to do is help them. We don't want to change too much of what's already going on because we do strongly believe in what they're doing over at the recreational center. Now, some things that we do simply want to change are things like the social media pages and marketing tools that they can use to really get students to come in to the recreational center. Now, improving social media is very important, and it's a great marketing tool. Increasing the amount of followers that they have, increasing the pages, and making individual recreational pages separate from the West Georgia pages would be very beneficial. This won't take much time. All we'll have to do is create these pages, take some photos, input them, and then really advertise around campus to get more followers. So at Star Communications, we don't want to change much because we really do believe in the center, but we really just want to make some small improvements.
Thank you, Sarah. Now I'm going to be talking about the external communication and how the Recreation Department utilizes it at the University of West Georgia and how we plan to help increase that external communication. Now that my fellow colleague has talked to you about what internal communication is, I will now be talking to you about what strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats concerning the Recreational Department. The strengths of the Recreational Department are that they have amazing equipment that has just been recently installed and the variety of exercise classes that the department has to offer. The weaknesses is that the gym is not 24 hours, therefore it lacks competition against other colleges. Another weakness is that the department lacks communication to potential students about their brand new equipment, rock climbing wall, and 2 huge basketball courts that they have located in the department. The opportunities that the Recreational Department are unlimited. Not only do you have an amazing facility, but you can get a personal trainer that fits to your schedule and a lot of job opportunities for the students of the University of West Georgia. Threats that play a role in this department are competing universities similar to the University of West Georgia and the lack of the networking that the department does to get their name out. Now that we have discussed a little bit about external communications, I would like to introduce you to my fellow colleague, Hayden, who will be discussing to you about recommendations.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Hayden Higginbotham, and I am here with Star Communications to go over the recommendations for the following areas that we believe need the most work within the Recreational Department, here at the University of West Georgia. First, we have student involvement. We have come up with 2 approaches to implement that will improve this area. The first approach is to host events that are of interest to the target market. In order to do this, we must reach out to the student body and make sure that as many students as possible know of these events. All students like free things, so to first pique their interest at these events, there will be free giveaways of department t-shirts with the department's name and the event on them, along with free food and prizes that can be won in participating in these events being held. The second approach for increasing the overall student involvement is to go out into the student body and encourage them face to face. People, generally, do not like to do things alone, and if they know someone who is going, it will increase the likelihood of them showing up and participating exponentially. Therefore, personally inviting someone to these events that you will participate in with them provides a platform to build connected relationships with the student body here at the university. Engaging with the students in this way lets them know that you care. It provides a more personal connection to this department and the events being held. And in doing this, you will be farming these interpersonal relationships, overall increasing the student involvement. Next, we have external communications. When analyzing the recreational department's external communication methods, we identified a number of areas in which this department can benefit from our consulting. First, we have the social media presence. Given the generation of this target market, this should be an area with substantial time and effort devoted to it. The recreational department's target market has the largest use of social media in history. They rely on it for communication, for information, and even to many it's a lifeline in which to truly express themselves. When searching for this department on social media, we found practically nothing. There was a page for the walk wall that said closed permanently and a page for the outdoors club, neither of which had more than 100 followers. A recreational department Facebook page, Snapchat account, Twitter, and Instagram with routine posts of information and events that are being hosted is a crucial step in improving external communications. The next recommendation for improving upon the external communications is to increase the amount of reaching out this department does, through the website as well as through emails with regular updates on what this department has to offer. The current website, while laid out well, has too many links to other subsections for someone that has never visited this website. It can be overwhelming as well as confusing. With restructuring this website with more simpler subsections and links with more clearly labeled with instructions will reduce the need for assistance in registering for certain events. Next, we have emails. Out of all the students we interviewed, not a single one could recall receiving an email with any information on the recreational department. We recommend that every new student receive an initial first email describing all that this department offers with a link to the webpage. We also recommend that you send out monthly emails to all students with a detailed schedule of all events that are scheduled for the month, along with links to register for those events. In reaching out with regular emails and becoming more socially connected to the target market, you will establish better external communications. Lastly, we have the recreational department's image. This is not just the physical appearance of the facility, but the overall image students have of this department. While touring campus, we asked random students where we could find the recreational department. The responses given were alarming to say the least. Therefore, first and foremost, if they cannot find you, then you might as well not be there. It means they have no image of this department on campus. And in fact, less than 15% of students questioned knew or at least had an idea of where to locate the recreational department. Any image is better than no image, and in order to fix this, you first have to get out into the population you are trying to reach. A good step would be to have emails sent to all students informing them of all that this department offers, along with where facility is located and how to access all that it offers. Another step is to add the recreational department to the numerous signs across campus with directional arrows so that it can be easily found no matter where you come onto campus. The second subsection pertains to reaching out to students and finding out what recreational things they like to do. Knowing what your target market likes and wants is a huge portion of communicating effectively. with the student body. Everybody knows that students like to be heard. Giving them a platform on which to voice their interests is important to them. So to take it a step further, have them help to implement these activities. This not only improves the image of the recreational department in that it makes students feel valued, but it also allows students to get more involved with this department. Doing this will increase awareness of your department as well as bring more students in, therefore improving the overall image of your department. At this time, I'll be passing on to Cody for the close. Thank you.